Hi everyone, Brett here from Metropole, joined by Pete Wargent. Hey Pete, how are you?
Well, Brett.
Great presentation at our wealth retreat today, and really interesting to learn about, I guess, the new economy and how things have changed in terms of wages growth, interest rates, and things like that with inflation. What do investors need to be aware of, and what's the future looking like for the economy?
Yeah, so I guess on that point, that is the key characteristic at the moment. Very low inflation. It's been under target for about 3 years now, and finally the Reserve Bank is buckling and lowering interest rates. So we've had a cut quite recently and probably more to follow. Tough time for savers, good time for borrowers.
Yeah, and also wages growth. I know as investors, I think that's a really key thing to look at the moment, especially with wages growth being so low. It's really important to get those locations right.
Yeah, so it was previously thought that full employment was around 5%, but it's becoming increasingly clear, not just in Australia but around the world, it's probably much lower, maybe 4.5%, maybe even lower. So wages growth is picking up, but very slowly. So for property investors, you've got to find areas where people aren't relying on single incomes. You need people with business growth, investment in share portfolios, single income households. There's not much growth there at the moment.
Yeah, so sticking close to those major employment hubs and making sure there's multiple streams of income and things like that. There's some really good tools to use. SQM Research has got a good site where they've got that free property data as well. And you suspect that this would be probably carrying on for a while now. It's this kind of environment probably for the next 4 or 5 years.
Well, yeah. If you look at where financial markets are pricing interest rates, it's just down and down and down over the next all the way through 2019, all the way through 2020. So other areas that you might look at to outperform as well, places where there is going to be a lot of inherited wealth that gets passed down, because we don't have punitive death duties in Australia. So you get these little pyramids of wealth around the centres of the capital cities, but out on the city fringe, not so much growth out there, I would think.
Yeah, great. Look, thanks for that. It was excellent learning some of that, and I know the guys got a lot out of it, so thanks again for your time.
Sounds good, Brett. Off to the golf course, I think.
Yeah, off to the golf course.